You know what? It's this quote by Kobe Bryant. Kobe, he was my all-time favorite basketball player.
Mine too.
And it's so crazy because this is what's gonna be one of my next tattoos. It's gonna go on my back. I'm gonna get a portrait of him with this quote. But in this quote, he says, once you become afraid of failing, you're gonna fail.
Yeah, I believe that.
So it's like, failure was never a scary thing for me. It was always an opportunity to better myself. I always embraced failure because it was one of those things like, nobody's perfect. The only perfect person was Jesus.
Yeah.
We've been real. So everybody has a failure whether they want to admit it or not. The thing is, like, when you try to, not necessarily hide from it, but when you try to escape it, you're only cheating yourself.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. I think, but also, failure is a part of the process. Like, ask him, call a millionaire right now, ask him if he failed or not, or how many times he failed. Like, man, I fail every day and shit. Like,
That's kind of how you
see it or
figure out,
not,
but that's how you figure out, like, elimination, like process of elimination.
it's about failing.
What's gonna work for you?
Yeah, because what worked for me might not work for the next person.
Yeah, I might fail at, with whatever you did to make you who you are. But then I figured out along the way, okay, well,
That don't work for me, but this do.
yeah, this did work for me though.
But you had to fail in order to
Yeah, I
realize
had to
that.
fail. So if I'm sitting here and I'm scared to even attempt to do anything out of fear of failure, like I said, you're only hurting yourself.
Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to when we fail, a lot of times like we fail by ourselves. So when I say that, I say, let's just say for example, like you do something, and a lot of times I tell you might be your biggest critic when it comes to this, and you fail at it, but the world don't know that you failed. Only you know that you failed. So it's like you can correct it and fix it, and motherfucker don't even know that you failed. Like even with social media, like perception precedes reality, bro. Like, bro, it's a highlight reel. We put out what we want you to see. You know what I mean? Like it's not the other way around. I'm not putting out what you want to see. No, I'm putting out what I want you to see, and I'm controlling the narrative.
You know what's so funny about that? I tell, like, not only DJs but entertainers or performers, whenever they ask me for that advice, especially when just get on that stage, because the question I get the most is like, you done did the Rolling Louds and I've did all these big ass festivals. They're like, damn, do you get nervous? Do you get scared? Do you, panic when you go out on that stage? And it's like, nah, because I done fucked up on all them stages. The difference
Hey,
is,
let me tell you something before you finish. If I fuck up while I fuck up on that, all the tattoos I do, but I fix it in between as I do it. Like it's a natural thing, bro.
I done fucked up on Rolling Louds. I done fucked up on shit. Anything you can name, I done fucked up. But the number one thing I've learned is composure with that. Because if we're on that stage, there's only two people that's gonna know we fucked up. Or I fucked up. And that's me and the artist. And if he hold his composure and I hold my composure,
Nobody know.
it look like it's part of the show. Shit, I can cut the music off halfway during the song and they be like, damn, they meant to do that. We could just pivot from there.
Yeah. It's about like you said, being able to keep your composure and get it going. Your first time doing, like, let's just say for example, like a big show, like in front of like a big ass audience. Of course, like I said, like I know for me, when I did music back in the day, the biggest crowd I performed in front of, you can't even see the crowd for real. Like, cause the way the light shine at the stage, like people are like, I think a lot of people don't be on stage, so they don't really know what it is. But a lot of times you can't see the crowd like that.
Man.
You're going to see certain part, but you can't really see it clear because it's lights,
so much
and
stuff
smoke,
in your face.
it's so much shit there. You just really just performing in front of just whoever's there for real. Like, but you just know they're there.
I had that realization. This last Rolling Loud we did in Miami in July, and we were on the second stage, which was still big as hell. But when we're out there performing, like you said, it's so much lights in our face, it's so much smoke and haze that we only see like the first 10, 15 rows.
Yep.
I went back on YouTube and I watched.
And you was probably blew your mind.
Man, they did an aerial shot, and I'm like, there's no fucking way it was that many people.
Yeah, bro. I
It
learned that
shocked me.
I learned that shit, bro. The first time we performed at birthday bash, man, when I did music, I was just like, oh nah, this is crazy. Like, cause I realized that when I'm on stage, I couldn't really see much. But I remember showing up there for sound check and seeing, how big the arena really was and doing everything. And then I get out there, man, I think I saw Monica in the crowd in like the first row. That's all I paid attention to. I was like, okay, well, I'm performing for you. Fuck it.
Nah, it really is one of those things too where you gotta go like and reflect. Cause because I perform a lot, it's almost like I'm in autopilot. And I just boom, boom, boom as soon as I get on that stage. That
Repetition.
half the time I don't even take in
The moment.
the moment of what we just did, who we did it for, the size. Like we did this one venue in Denver called Red Rock Amphitheater. It's on a mountain, and you're like on the edge of the mountain, but you're looking up the mountain. It's like 9,000 seats that go vertical, straight up. And I'm looking up that shit like, hell nah, in sound check. And then we go do the show, and it's full, all 9,000 people full. And it don't look like 9,000 people until I go back and I look at the
Yeah.
footage our cameraman had, and I'm like, God damn.
You be
Like,
blown away by some of the shit. But you know what? It's beauty in that because, like I said, it lets you know that bro, I did that for one. And then it's two, it's like you living in a moment, but sometimes the fact that you reflected and knew that happened, it tells you like, it makes you want to appreciate certain experiences more.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say for example, like going overseas or seeing different cultures, seeing different type of people rocking with what you're doing, like that's major, bro. Like it's major being able to do that. Were you always into music or like how did all that get?
Crazy enough, I was a second generation DJ, but I didn't really pick up DJing until I was like 18, 19.
Okay.
I grew up in the church, and I just remember being excited to go to church because I couldn't wait to see the drummer.
You play instruments?
Yeah.
That's hard.
I started out in the church playing drums, playing keyboard, honed my skills in school, and learned, it's so funny because Drumline came out, and I was one of those, like, I can do anything you do.
Yeah.
But when it came down to the music, I couldn't read it. So I honed my skills and my craft in school and learned how to read music and music theory. And I did drums all the way up until I came to a point where it was like I either go full throttle with drumming or I was going full throttle with DJing.
Yeah. That was your pivot though.
Yeah, but I was halfway in. Like I was still drumming at churches. It was like I was drumming at churches on Sunday, DJing in clubs on the weekend. It's like I can't do both of them.